All right, welcome back, folks. We have finished up with Civ 4 AI Survivor Season 9, so we're gonna return to this game. We've been doing this game for Civ 7, just trying to try out some of the new features. The gameplay is definitely better. We're starting the exploration age here. The game is definitely better than when it launched, but it's still, I don't know, it just still has so many issues to it, and most of them continue to be based around the age resets. Now, I did the ancient era to exploration era transition off stream. I did it yesterday. It took about 40 minutes to do. It's just so not fun. It's just so brutal every time they make you do that. It always makes me just not want to keep playing because you have to go through. You have to. Now they've set up these dedications, right? You have to pick which dedications you want. And it's like, okay, well, that's okay. I don't really mind that so much. But like, every city now looks different. Every settlement looks different. All of your buildings obsolete, which is just so painful. You spend the whole ancient era building your civ. It's like, I built libraries, I built monuments, blah blah blah. They all go obsolete, and then they don't produce yields anymore. And the engine actually makes it so you get like very minimal yields from them, but they make every additional building more expensive. So like it's actually hurts you having them in some ways. So that's just like so unfun. Why would they have ever put that in the game? It's like, yeah, let you spend 150 turns building and then everything gets destroyed that you just built. It's like, what? Why would I want that? Anyway, yeah, so disgusted by the winner of season 9 that I'd rather play Civ 7 than as the new champ. No, I was just in the middle of this game and I want to complete it. Anyway, so all your cities get like reconfigured around. All the buildings go obsolete except the warehouse ones. Um, you have to reallocate every resource because the resources change. You enter into a new era. Resources that used to exist are now gone, and new ones now exist just completely randomly with nothing you control them. So you have to go through, you have to reassign all the resources. You have to go into your social policies. All the policies are changed. They're different now. They're not the same as they were before. Every city goes back to like the model for how much food you need to grow changes. Because like in the last era, it only took me like 10 turns to grow a pop point, but now it takes 18 turns to grow a pop point. You have to go through every town, and if it has a specialization, reallocate what its specialization is. So I spent that took like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, going through every town and giving it a different specialization from before, because they all reset. All your city states disappear. Now there's new city states. I've already started the befriending process with the two that popped up. Now we have a military one and a commercial one have just like randomly popped up, so we'll try to be friends with them. The original version of the game, all your units would disappear. I have it set to continuity, so the units do not disappear. But like that's not really cool either because look at what I have here. I've got a billion ships and settlers all just waiting until the game gives them permission to cross the ocean, which is just so dumb. You know, in a normal Civ game, the previous Civ games, it's like, oh, do you want to go overseas? Go research the tech that lets you do that. Civ 7's like, no, wait for the next era. Then you are allowed to go overseas. Um, so yeah, anyway, we have ships everywhere over here. We have settlers ready to go. The ships can now cross the sea. Wait, what? What the heck just happened? What in the world? I just hit... what is going on? What the hell? I hit F6 to check the tech tree. Oh my god. What is this hotkey? What the heck is happening? What is this hotkey? Apparently the F6 hotkey is start a new game with a different leader? Are you freaking kidding me? No, 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 no. Let's go into the controls configuration. No, not a stupid controller. Where are the actual key bindings? Does that get listed anywhere? Why is F6 start a new game? Like what the hell? There's a hotkey that literally closes your game without asking you, by the way. Did not ask, do you want to start a new game? It just does it. Like what the hell? How is that a hotkey? Why would start a new game with a new leader be a hotkey? Are you freaking kidding me? Get me out of this. What is going on? I'm not trying to make changes. I'm trying to get out of the goddamn menu. This is unreal. Yes, I would like to play the game I was playing. Like, what is this? Like, those of you know, if you've played Civ 4, F6 opens the tech tree. Apparently it doesn't do that in Civ 7. Apparently it is start a new game with a different leader. With a random different leader. Like, why would you do that? That's unreal. Okay, keyboard and mouse. Let's go and let's fix this. Thank you for pointing that out. Keyboard and mouse configure. Okay. Quick load. Loads the most recent quick save if one exists. Are you kidding me? What is this? Press any input. Yeah, here's what we're going to bind it to. I'm trying to rebind it to a key I would never hit. Here we go. Number pad star. Confirm changes. Get that out of here. Get me out of this menu. So I can understand having a key for quick load, but why would it load? Why would it start a new game? Like that should not do anything unless you have quick saved. Unreal. What are the? Yeah, is there a hotkey? What is the hotkey for opening this up? By the way, I'm pretty sure at some point I did bind the advisor screen to F6 and it got reset. Because this game patches like every 2 weeks and the patches just keep constantly breaking things. Where is the science? Where's the science screen? Great work screen. So culture is apparently on C of all things. Okay. Where is the science screen? Is it even listed here? T. It's T for tech. Okay. T for tech tree. Okay. We're putting that on F6 just so I don't break that again. And we're gonna put the culture tree on F5. Not for any reason, but because I don't want I don't want this quick save nonsense. Okay, resume game. 10 minutes just to start the game in actual play. Let's actually open the tech tree now. What I was trying to show is that the very first tech here, this one here, it says all civilian and support units can enter ocean tiles. So you are not allowed to cross the ocean until the start of the second age, and then everyone in the game, no matter where they were in the tech tree in the previous era, they all unlock this ability at exactly the same time. Like, why is the game railroaded like that? It's so ridiculous. So instead of like previous Civ games, which very organically were like, do you want to focus on overseas travel? You can research that way. Do you want to focus on fighting militarily in your own continent? You can ignore the overseas stuff. And you just control the game on your own. This game's like, no, everyone goes overseas at the exact same time. Yes, the F keys have been advisors since Civ 1. I don't know why they're now on letter keys. So anyway, this game is just like this. It just feels like the designers were like, you will play the game in exactly one style. Oh, I also left this, by the way, look at this. I got a pop-up at the start of the age. Relationship with Ashoka changed from neutral to hostile. He's freaking dead. He's been dead for 30 turns. Why is this here? Anyway, I can actually tell you why it's here. I've looked in the XML for this game. The game is actually written as 3 entirely separate games. The Ancient Era, the Exploration Era, the Modern Era. It is literally coded as 3 completely different games. That then, and when you end one era, it closes one of the games and it loads the next game. That's why this game is so brutal on the ages. It's literally programmed as 3 separate games. And so that's why it pops up that way, because Ashoka, it was loading Ashoka in the exploration era, and so it obviously loaded what my last relationship was with him, but he was obviously loading into the new game that was starting up here. Anyway, this game would be infinitely better if they would just ditch the ages, but they were so fundamental to how the game is coded, I don't see how they can do that. Anyway, let's actually start exploring and see what we can see if we can get off this this stupid. Yes, I'm going to take rough seas damage. There is no way to avoid taking rough seas damage. All right, this is new, so they've added these different governments in here, which give you was just added in one of the most recent patches. There's a base government ability, which this one would be plus 10% production on military units. That sounds terrible because we're not going to be fighting people. Then when you have a celebration, you can pick this. And then there are traditions you can add as well. Culture is, like, this stuff is decent, but okay. I think plutocracy is the best because overbuilding is useful. Then we can instantly get gold on celebration, or we can get specialist stuff. Science sounds... The trade route one sounds pretty terrible, but the +2 science on gold building sounds great. Science is always hard to get. That actually sounds pretty darn good. What's theocracy? No, temples and missionaries. This is only useful if you're going for cultural stuff, and I really don't like the way culture is implemented in this game. The whole religious side of this game is just terrible. I do not want to spam missionaries, so that's pretty bad. Celebration gives you a free relic is pretty nice, but... Extra food and happiness in towns. No, we're definitely going to take plutocracy as our option. I like this one by far the most out of these options. Overbuilding, the bonus production on overbuilding is pretty nice. All right, let's. So yes, we have 5 different units that were damaged from crossing the seas, but now we can finally start to see. I mean, we knew there was a continent here from, since 1000 BC, but we were prevented from going over there. Mountain Home has apparently finished its stonecutter. Let's do a bazaar. This will cost some happiness, but we're not exactly hurting for happiness. We're plus 30 happiness. And the happiness tiers in this era are apparently... Hold on, let me go back to the celebration screen. Where's the celebration screen? This one here. Apparently the tiers are 0 to 40 do exactly the same thing. And then under 0 there's penalties. Over 40 you get a bonus. But like there's no difference between 0 and 40. So we might as well ignore the happiness penalty. And we can get 10 more gold, which sounds nice. Let's see. I mean, it looks like the biggest benefit is going here. We just lose happiness. Yeah, we just lose happiness for overbuilding the altar, but that's like whatever. Plus 10 gold. Or we can lose more happiness for overbuilding the arena, but then, yeah, I mean, it just feels like this is the best spot. Plus we get bonus production for overbuilding, thanks to our government. Yeah, they have at least gotten some better maps. Oh, anyway, I'm trying to load up. Because Great Generals, I believe, can go overseas. I'm trying to load these archers in there. I believe they can go overseas as well, and they can carry units with them. Anyway, I don't know what's on the other side of the ocean here. I'm just exploring. There's a decent chance some of these cogs are going to die, but... Okay, this one actually found... Oh, come on. This one actually found something up here. I don't like having them on go-to orders. We discovered a new continent. Yeah, okay, great. You just chill for a turn. Anyway, same thing. The scouts cannot cross the ocean yet, but will also be ready to cross the seas as soon as they can. Same thing here. So remember, at the end of the era, I just built a whole boatload of scouts for this exact reason. And settlers just ready to go. They're all just ready to go as soon as they can cross the ocean. Until the game allows them to cross the ocean. Why don't you see what's up here? I think, is that actually a hut? Yep, that's a hut. Again, I have no idea where the shortest crossings are, so there's a decent chance some of these things are going to die while trying to cross. But that's just the way it is. There's clearly land over there, so we'll check it out. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling right now. Sending stuff overseas. Waiting for turns to pass. Let's see, find out what's over there. Yes, I know, I'm going to take rough seas damage. I'm aware. Yes, every cog. Oh wait, that's right. I wanted to rush by another cog over here. And then that'll give me, I think, enough for the moment. Enough exploring units. Yeah, you can't go anywhere. I love how the game, again, the unit cycling, just Love that unit cycling. You scouts skedaddle up to the north a little bit. I don't need 3 of you down here. You can hang out here, and then I'll send 1 up in this north in this direction. Alright, so far not seeing a whole lot in that direction. But we do have some more land over here. Is this an overseas? This is a treasure fleet resource. +1 science and production. Is this a treasure fleet resource? I can't tell. Is that what that symbol's supposed to mean? I have no idea. Oh, it says it's distant land, so I guess it is a treasure fleet resource. Extra science and production in cities, doubled in the homeland. That's kind of nice, I guess. I mean, like, there's individual elements of this game that could be fun, but it's just like... So here's another treasure fleet resource. Yeah, the T is nice. Hey, we found a city-state. Chiang Mai. Here, you go grab that shipwreck. Scout, you just hang out here. Ideally, the scouts will go first and the settlers will be behind them. I mean, there might not be any land over here at all. We're just completely blinded. We're just completely blindly moving our way through here. But we found there's something over here. And there's clearly something over here and over here. Alright, so out of the different options here, I think I want to do the bazaar, because I'd rather have the gold than the happiness. I don't really need the happiness right now. I will build that, but... So the best yield is here. There's a library, so this would overbuild the library. It would cost us 3 science. That seems like it's worthwhile to do, though, because we'll get more science elsewhere. Even though I don't like giving up science, we'll get more science elsewhere. The library is obsolete at this point, so... Yes, I'm aware. You don't need to keep showing me animations of taking damage from rough seas. I'm aware that putting them in ocean is going to damage them. They take somewhere between 10 and 20 damage each turn. And then next turn our settlers and scouts can start passing through the water. You're going to go straight west. Okay, you've almost made it to something. I can't explore that just yet, but... Well, looks like there's land up there. 140 or 300 happiness towards the next celebration. I mean, this is less than 1 turn of each. I guess we'll do the celebration. Apparently, okay, why doesn't that just trigger immediately? That wasn't a very good reward, I have to say. Either way, because our capital city, 120 food wouldn't do much. We get 179 food every turn, so it's not like that would do a whole way. There is eventually a tech that avoids the rough sea penalty, but it actually takes kind of a while to get there. And we'll just keep doing these bazaars. I guess we probably should do the temple eventually. So it suggests going here. Same thing, overbuilding the library. Which... Okay, or we could overbuild the garden. What is this paired with? Library barracks. Or we could lose 7 happiness for overbuilding the arena. I guess this is probably the best spot to put it on, I guess, as the game suggests. Yeah, the rough seas penalty is... Where is the avoid the rough seas penalty? It's kind of deep in here. Here it is. It's here at shipbuilding. It's like halfway through the era. You get it halfway through the era. We definitely want to do astronomy next so we can get the science building up and running. And then probably machinery. The kiln is the tier 1. Well, we'll see. We'll see, but we're going to need to get that science building next. Alright. load that unit up next. Actually, here, pop it on the same tile. And then you can presumably head out. You're good there. Actually, it looks like sailing east. This looks like it's heading absolutely nowhere. Horses. What's the horse benefit? It's just bonus for cavalry units. Alright, so yeah, you come on up here. Actually, you up here, you here. You and the settler, I wanted to head in this direction. Or is that my only settler over here? Oh, this is my only settler over here. Well, this looks good enough to put a city on. This settler can maybe... These are all treasure fleet resources. We can just dump a city here. A settlement. It's never going to be good, but... It will never turn into a city. It'll just remain a town, which is fine. I have enough settlement limit, and there's actually quite a bit of settlement limit in this era's tech tree. Okay, you're fine there. You're fine there. You guys are ready to go, ready to cross the seas. We'll continue saving money for the time being, ready to rush by stuff as needed. I shouldn't have moved this settler up to the north, though. That was a mistake. Not worth reloading, but, like, I just need to move down here and then be prepared to grab that spot. Again, I don't need the animation. I'm aware of how rough seas work. Alright, so now civilian units can enter deep ocean tiles. We also got this that gives food. The main advantage of this is you can add more resources to the settlement, but it's actually not that great of a building. Alright, so we get our celebration. We have, like, no specialists right now, so I think the gold immediately is better. We have, like, 0 specialists right now. Alright, now the good news is we get to add another tradition. Now, this is very confusing about how this works. These slots can take a policy or a tradition. These slots can only take a tradition. And out of the 3, this is clearly the best one. So, can I pick... Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, apparently I can... Never mind, it's the other way around. Apparently I can only take up one of these policies. Okay. I don't think we need the happiness. I don't think that would do that much. It's probably just the plus 24 gold. We could also get more production towards overbuilding, but I don't think that that's hurting right now. Let's just take this. Alright, and next up, as we said, we need science. So, Guilds gives us the Kiln, which is the tier 1 culture option, but Astronomy gives us science, which is what we like. And I guess we could technically go for Serpent. Now, that's actually useless, though. We don't have any unique improvements, so that wouldn't do anything. What did it say? Resources? What does that mean? We have no resources to reassign. Why did it tell me I had resources to assign? Alright. Well, this looks like a worthwhile place to dump a settlement as well. Because these are all distant lands resources. Might as well take control of these little islands near us. Again, the scouts in theory should probably be out. Can the army commander... See, the army commander can now go overseas as well. I just don't understand the whole logic behind you can only move 1 tile per turn in the ocean. It's just like, why? And it makes it so that the maps have to be constructed so that there's always islands like just a couple of tiles apart from each other, which is not at all realistic to how the real world functions. So anyway, our commander's going overseas to make this passage. And then we can always rush by settlers too. Yeah, this settler definitely just plops down on this island somewhere. I don't know which tile will be the best, but like, unfortunately I did not. As I said, I should have had that queued up ready to go. There's turtles. So we're all trying to make this crossing everywhere possible. This cog is going to have to rest, but it is going to manage to make it across without dying. What does the turtles do? +2 culture and wear. Okay, sure. I think we just put the settlement down right here on this tile. And then we'll grab this and we can grab the mountain tiles. It'll be half decent. You probably need to rest a turn or two so you... Oh, nope, there's another tile up there. I was like, probably need to rest for a turn or so so you don't just die making the crossing. So far, we still have not found anyone else out there. There are... we killed one AI, but there should be 4 more out there, I think. Oh, apparently we also have a great merchant, but like... Why we have a merchant, apparently. I don't even know why this is here. I guess we can send it here to the city-state. I don't know where else we're going to send it. Like, it's going to take forever to get to somebody overseas. Alright, I mean, I guess we're building the temple, right? There's nothing else to build here. It says to overbuild the guard. I mean, that just literally costs us 1 gold for 7 happiness. I think that that's an improvement. We actually get to pick our religion when we do that. Oh, anyway. So this settler... Oh, apparently I had a settler that was on a sleep command. Can this thing cross? Okay, you can... You know what? Merchant, missionary, you can also explore overseas. Same thing. Don't go to a city-state. Just go out exploring somewhere. I have a ton of money here, too. I should probably put that towards buying stuff. Let's see if we can start buying some stuff in our... yeah, look at this. So for 700 gold, we can get this ageless building here. That seems worthwhile to do. This seems worthwhile. 4 food, 16 production. Sure. How much does it cost to rush by a settler, just out of curiosity? 1,400. I suspect we'll be rush buying more settlers. These are city-states. We're in the process of influence befriending them. We're hoping to find more. Now there's another city-state up here. We saw its units. Where's the settler lens? It's right here. So I should be meeting them very shortly with these units here. Hopefully if I settle near them, they won't get angry at me. We're still just kind of exploring in the dark, though. Yeah, game, I'm aware of the rough seas. You don't need to show me the animation every turn for every unit. Is this really necessary? Civ7. Civ7, guys. "17 units got the rough seas penalty." Again, why is it saying resources? There were no new resources. I don't get it. I don't understand why this is popping up. I don't understand. Anyway. Oh, so we can do the wharf. Let's do the... We might as well do the... Well... The temple lets us get religion, I guess, in here. So the game wants me to build it over here. I don't want to overbuild that monument, though. How about we just build here? This costs 4 production, but we can move that mine to a different tile. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just do this. Yes, and then now we can just pick another mine tile or something. Yeah, we can pick a mountain tile. That works. Alright, army commander. I moved an extra tile. The 17 units taking damage is pretty hilarious. 63. Let's see if that's enough. I don't know if there's anything there to let us make a seas crossing. You guys, we know there's land right over there, though. What sort of fish is this? Do we want science or culture? Science. It's harder for us to get science than it is for us to get culture. It looks like there's a path through over there. Let's move this ship first, just in case There might be some information revealed. No, it looks like it's just a tiny little island. This over here, though, seems like it's an actual continent. Okay. There appears to be no shortage of small islands. Yeah, I think we'll just put you on a go-to order there. I think we definitely want to be on this tile here in the center. Anyway, so you can just be on that go-to order. And these scouts are just making their way through. Yeah, you're going to have to heal. You're going to die if you don't. So, rest until healed. Same thing, you can just heal for right now. This guy can poke like another tile forward and see if it's possible to make through. There's enough resources here that it's worthwhile to plant the city here. So we'll just go and grab that. Or a settlement. Or a town, I guess. You should just head straight west. You should be able to make it across. Hey, we found something. Found the pirate Civ. Edward Teach, the Civ of Pirates. He only has 7 settlements. Anyway, let's go check him out. I think the developers didn't expect you to have more than 5 units across the ocean. I think that's definitely true, and I think part of the reason why is the game originally disbanded all your units except a tiny handful on the age transitions. It was designed that way, like so that it would just all your units would disappear. Anyway, let's see. We could do that. We do not want to spend 120 influence for 8 gold per turn. That's pathetic. If we support this, we get 6 food. I mean, like, that's not really that useful. Look at my towns. Something with sheep. How much? This one has 25 food. Is that right? I mean, I guess that one doesn't have a whole lot of food. 13. Okay, maybe it would actually be worthwhile to do that. And this one has 56 food. Sherpaville's a little bit stronger. And no, that would only go in towns. Pompeii has 62 food per turn. I don't think that would really be that great. If maybe, the thing is, though, I want to save some of this influence for befriending city-states. Anyway. Well, we'll figure it out. Hopefully he'll come to me and maybe he'll... Like, if they wanted to do a science endeavor or a culture endeavor, I'd do that. But I don't know if the AI is really going to want that or not. Yeah, I really don't understand why they have a pirate Civ. It seems pretty silly to me, but here's what it is. Anyway, note that the AI is nowhere close to using their settlement limit. And that even though we're on Immortal, we're already... Okay, now we get to... I forgot. Now we get to sit and click next turn here. Well, we watched 17 units do this. What is this? Okay, someone founded a religion. We're about to found our religion as well, by the way. You found it by getting piety and then building a temple. Why it's not when you research piety is beyond me, but you have to build the temple as well. Alright, we get an extra tradition slot. So, assign a policy or a tradition. Okay, that's nice. So we could get some extra food. We could also get more money. Let's do the +2 in all settlements. That seems good. Seems decent enough. By the way, the amount that you get here is not in the base game. The only reason we have this is because we are running the policy card previews mod. This is not in the actual game. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, like, this is terrible. 10%, if you have the least settlements, 25%. That would be bad already. 10% if you are not the least amount of settlements. Oh, cool. So instead of spending 120 influence, I could run this card and spend 108 influence. I would save 12. But only when I initiate an endeavor, not even when I respond to someone else's. Only if I initiate, I can save 12 influence. Yeah, I think I'd rather get 24 gold per turn. I think that's a little bit better. Like, very silly. Alright, narrative choice. +1 culture for each settlement following your religion. Okay, well, it's harder to get culture, so we'll take this. That's kind of cool. Oh, apparently, here's apparently one of his ships. I don't know what the little thingy means. The little pirate symbol. Hopefully he's not going to start attacking my stuff because he's a stupid pirate. Anyway, there's the city-state. We need to get a scout over here to start popping these goodie huts. Oh, mountains! Yay! We love mountain tiles. I'm just wondering if we want to be another tile further west. 1, 2... I just wonder if we want to be on this tile now. 1, 2, 3... I think we actually want to be one tile further west now. I'll stop, cancel that go-to order. Because then we can get more of the mountain tiles in play. These are all treasure fleet resources, apparently. Anyway, choose a religion. I'll let you guys pick which religion do you want. Do you want a historical one? Everything's available except Catholicism. Or do you want one of the silly ones? I'll let chat pick and see what they want. If you have a preference here. I'm assuming people are more likely to want the silly ones, but there are also the historical ones too if you want. I have most of the world's major religions listed here. Frog, fishies. We have 1 vote for the frog. I'm assuming this is the fishies. Crab. Scarab. Crabs. I heard 2 for crabs. We'll go with crabs then. Krabby McCrabber. Alright, Krabby McCrabber. Add a new belief. Okay. How do we want to get relics? They are very easy to get. This is just how do you generate relics. Let's do the city-state one. That's just easy to do. If you want all of these. It's so annoying that there's only 2 beliefs, and one of them is just with the stupid relics. Like, who would want this? First-time conversion of a settlement with at least 3 specialists. Will it say plus 200 crabs? It'll probably say plus 200 Krabby McCrabber. This one is relatively straightforward. Oh, wait, did somebody already pick this one? Wait, did I... Is it not possible to change? It's possible to change, okay. We can also do first-time conversion of a civilization's capital city. That's also very easy to do. Now, this is after a city-state becomes someone's friend, but this is still really easy to do, so we'll just take that one. All right. What do we want here? Science, natural terrain that is a natural wonder. No, that's way too complicated. Wonders, no. We can get gold, culture. Every tropical biome following your... It's way too complicated. Happiness. Every grassland biome in every civilization. So it's, again, way too complicated. 6 suit... So some of these are at least are for your settlements. Production in your... All buildings receive +1 happiness adjacent with the temple. That is almost better. Science, culture, happiness, influence, and gold on the temple in your holy city. Transfers to your palace. Okay, that still doesn't seem that good. Let's just take the... Let's just take this one. I want science. I'm not going to be doing a lot with this anyway. There were no mountain ones. Capture someone. This seems doable. Or we get... No, sure. Okay. I'm not going to go out of my way to do that, but the odds are good at some point I'm going to get that. Alright, we finished the temple. Did we get a missionary for free? No, we did not. I'll build missionaries when there's nothing else to build. And the answer is, for right now, until we finish this, there's nothing else to build. So, congrats. We'll build a missionary then. Oh, now that's right. Now we have a new civics tree. Now, is vandalism, is that a policy or is that just an innate bonus? I'm trying to remember, is that like a policy or is that a... I believe that's a policy you can run. Get an extra movement point for... The extra movement point on civilian units is quite nice because that applies to settlers. That's actually not bad at all. And then this one is... The rationalism is not bad either. If you take the time to convert your religions. There's an espionage. Convert the target settlement to your founded religion. Those are legit not bad. It actually can be worthwhile. Oh, but the downside is it's only cities. It's not settlements. That's a little unfortunate. But again, that's not bad. Like that's something we might want to go for long term. We don't want this. That's bad. Plus 10% towards wonders. No. The +1 tradition slot's kind of nice. Culturing gold for... The tradition slot is the main thing you want here. Okay, the levies is nice as well. Cheaper military units and the maintenance. Let's see. A wonder that we're probably not going to be trading too many stuff back and forth. The +2 science on gold buildings is legit nice, though. That's pretty good. Just because science tends to be tough to get. Is there anything better down the tree here? Specialist stuff. Settlement limit and relics. There's some good stuff in the civics tree in this era, but you have to go pretty deep into the tree to get it. Specialist stuff. Okay, more powerful specialists. That'll be good later on down the road. I think we want to do the syncretism so we can unlock a new belief from somebody else. This thing here, these policies are not very good. Spy network is atrocious. Buildings gain adjacency for wonders. I mean, I guess if you're going heavy on wonder building, but I am not. I'm going heavy on let's settle the map. Not build a gazillion wonders. Alright, merchant. Let's see if there's anything up there. This cog is almost dead. It's going to have to heal before it crosses the water again. Oh, but that scout's going to be able to grab that goody hut next turn. Okay, these islands are very sad. These are some sketch-looking islands here. Now, unfortunately, land units can only heal on land. They actually cannot heal in the water. So that's unfortunate. So I'm actually going to pull that scout on land to heal it, because it's going to need healing. Anyway, anything interesting up here? So far, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot over there either. Yeah, why don't you just heal for a couple turns? We're not finding a whole lot there. And this settler's got a date with that little island right there. It's not a great island, but it's probably good enough to justify a city, I guess. We'll see. Maybe there's more over there to the west that'll be more worthwhile. Anyway, this settler's about to plant here, and this settler's gonna grab something on this island. Hopefully it won't enrage the city-state. There's definitely room for something decent up here. Like these resources up here. Maybe like up here, maybe. And then we'll probably cash rush some more settlers out of these to go further afield. So that takes care of those 3 settlers. How many settlers do I have? I have 1, 2. I have more over here in the west. 3. Wait, 1. Wait, 1, 2. Oh, I have 2 settlers over here. Okay. And I only have 1 over here in the east, but that's fine because this one is going to go over to this spot on land anyway. It is cool that there's some mountains over here. Where's the... Are there different legacies in this era? I think there's different ones in this era. First to have 8 temples. Okay, sure. We might end up with that. Have 2 wonders from any age that grant innovation. Display 20 relics. So this would be nice. You can keep your founder belief on age transition. Otherwise, if you don't get this, then anything you do with religion immediately obsoletes in the next era. We will probably hit this. We'll probably become suzerain of 5 city-states without even trying. Unlikely we're going to have 3 alliances. We'll definitely get this. Have 45 assigned resources. We'll definitely get that. We'll definitely get this. Unload a treasure convoy worth at least 10 Congo. That's probably not this. That's very hard to do. First to start trading with every leader. Probably not. We'll probably get this as well. +2 settlement limit. We certainly want this. Found 16 settlements in the homeland. Okay. I don't know what counts as the homelands. Do not. Well, that's not freaking possible. Like, this isn't even possible. Where? There's nowhere else to put them. That sucks. I apparently can't get that. Conquer settlements in distant lands. Conquer 8. I mean, how could I conquer 8 settlements in the homelands? There's no. Not. It's not. It's not possible to do that. Anyway, this would be nice to have the specialist limit. Have 5 districts with 75 yield. This was basically in the game before. This was the old science one. That would be nice to get. This would be nice to get too for the next era. Complete heliocentric model and discover calculus. Have 7 universities. Start a diplomatic action with all leaders. Well, that's easy to do. We should do that just to get an extra policy slot. Have 150 excess happiness. Convert 25 settlements to your religion. Okay. First to circumnavigate. Well, we will almost certainly get that because the AI sucks at that. First to research gunpowder. First to research all technologies and masteries. Okay. Discover all natural wonders. Sure. All right. Well, it sounds like they want me to initiate an endeavor with this guy. So let's try the farmer's market. He supported it. Okay. That's cool. So now we both get 6 food per turn in towns. Okay. That's something. Now something with sheep. Okay, that actually ended up producing a lot. So that'll get funneled over to the other things they're connected to. So Mountain Home now has more food. Because Mountain Home is currently getting... Where's the food listed? Getting 132 food from connected towns. So that's kind of nice. So I guess these will continue growing. Anyway. Alright. We're only 7 turns in. We're exploring the map. Now we get to watch every unit take damage. Because, oh yeah, okay. Why is this highlighted here? Capture a settlement. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this journal thing here. I remember. Yeah, I saw that. I don't need it on the screen at all times. Yeah, I get it. Rough seas, rough seas. It's like, well, yeah, but you might have you noticed my homeland? There's nowhere to go. There's every spot as a city. I guess I could put a spot here, but this is all just stupid desert. Like this is no good. There are no resources available. Why does it keep saying there are resources? There aren't any resources, guys. Like, what the heck? All right. I mean, we'll build the wharf. Well, wait a minute. Oh, we're like 1 turn off that. But the wharf only takes 3 turns to build, so or we could just do the missionary. We'll do the wharf, I suppose. More food is more food. Doesn't even cost us anything here. Sure, why not? It costs us 3 gold. I think we can handle that. Alright, yeah, we might as well do the temple. It suggests building it here. For the most part, I'm just following their suggestions. It seems like these are decent enough. Overbuild the barracks. Yeah, but the barracks is obsolete, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, back to moving units around. I believe you are going to die if I do not get you... Yeah, you will die if I try to send you further forward. So it looks like there was no passage to the east over here. You need to keep healing. You need to keep healing. We tried, but there was nothing here. It just turned out to be a blank. And then the scouts are going to have to head back on the land to heal. That's going to happen sometimes. Alright, we can get 100 science. Okay, definitely the 100 science and 100 culture. Ah, cool. Astronomy. Nice. Now instead of building stuff that is bad, I can build observatories, which are much better. So this would cost me... I think I'd rather put this here. Yeah, this just cost me gold and happiness, which is whatever. So now, once you decide where you want the wharf, you can't change that, but we will definitely build the observatory. I think this is I think I'm happy to build here. Yeah, I think I'm happy to build here. As opposed to, yeah, that's just more negative. Let's just build here on this spot. Okay. That'll keep you busy for a little while. Alright, now the question is, where do we go next? It's probably machinery because that lets us continue building. The sawmill. Yeah, the sawmill is a warehouse building, isn't it? Gristmill and sawmill are both warehouse buildings, I believe. Yeah, these are both warehouse buildings, so we definitely want these. Because they actually do not obsolete. Is there a way to turn off those animations? Probably. Graphics. No, maybe it's under gameplay. I actually already have quick movement turned on. I don't think there's a way to get rid of that unless people are seeing something. I already have the quick movement on. You're like, oh my god, yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, settler. Anything up here? I think you're going to need to pop over here and heal for a turn or two before I send you further afield. Alright, you at least have managed to get over here. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to settle up there on the north coast, so I'll send you in that direction. There is a city-state right here, which we maybe can meet this turn. It is literally like one tile away. So apparently we're close to the North Pole up here. This island is pretty sad. I'm not sure that this island is good enough to justify putting a city here. Not sure that that's strong enough. We'll see. These notifications are a key gameplay experience, so it would seem. And why don't you just rest here for a turn? I'm just checking out to see if there's anything else on this island I want to grab. I don't think so. Alright. All these little islands. Like, you just know that there's always going to be these islands with resources on them. Alright, time to start exploring his territory. Let's see if he'll give us open borders. Okay, good. He can reject it if he wants, but they usually do not. This way we can start exploring his territory. I guess that's his capital. And his capital is size... His capital is size... What? 28? Our capital is size 39? What? King Cotton isn't even a very good... Is it just a mediocre city? It's size 31. How have we... The AI is just so bad at building its cities in this game. There's no way that should be possible. Anyway. Well, not much here, as usual. So, even though the game no longer does the row of vertical islands, it's still pretty limited in terms of the... Like, you can still see that, like, there's a chain of islands that runs between his continent and my continent. How many settlements? He only has 7 settlements. I mean, we're going to be much higher than that very, very soon. Oh, we just met somebody. We just met 2 somebodies. Is this Isabella and Ibn Battuta? Is there anything the the AI does one thing well in this game, and that's when you attack them, they spam units to defend themselves. That's it. That's all they do that they're good at. All right, we'll give everybody the friendly greeting. I don't know if anyone on here is a Spanish speaker. I don't know how good of a job they did with her Spanish. I'd assume decent. I don't think it's medieval Spanish. Okay, so yeah, we have the same diplomatic options with her. Again, spending 120 influence for 12 gold per turn is pathetic. Isabella of Spain, yeah. So I picked the settings where the game tries to match the leaders with their actual civs. So that's why these are like more logical combinations, because I picked that setting, and the game is more fun that way. I will not pretend that I know Arabic in even the least sense. But anyway, we have the same options with them. They'll probably make some Endeavor requests of us. They gave us so what do we have for narrative choice? They gave us, oh wow, one swordsman. Cool. Well, thanks, I think. I guess I could use some more units over on the west coast, so why don't you hang out over there? What's our narrative choice? And 250 gold. Okay, gold is gold. I'll take that. Oh, nice. Observatory, 16 beakers. Wow, they really dialed up the yields of these things in wherever that is. We're going to build it wherever that is. Yeah, okay. So we obsolete the villa, which is like whatever. We lose 1 influence and 6 happiness. I think we can live with that. That is a nice yield. Very, very nice yield. Izzy was too quiet to make out. Okay, sorry about that. I tried to turn up the sound a little bit, but I'm not surprised. Anyway, you're gonna need to heal up. Apparently there's nothing that's in range of our trade stuff right now. Yeah, you just heal for the moment. Same thing, heal. Ibn Battuta popping up in this direction means that maybe his Civ is off in this direction. No way to know though. Are you healing? Yeah, you're healing right now. We become friends with these guys officially in 7 more turns. That's kind of cool. Alright. We're going to need a name for this settlement, you guys. We're going to grab this resource first. And I am very willing to dump money into this spot because this is a place we could potentially rush settlers out of later. We just want to grab all these resources, basically. So that was an empire-wide resource, so it didn't give anything to us. But that empire-wide resource did give us +1 science and +1 production in cities. We actually have a lot of empire-wide resources. These are our empire-wide resources. We have 8T, so we're getting... Remember, that's doubled in the homeland, so we're getting 16 science and 16 production in each city in the homelands. We only have 3 of them. I'm looking for a spot to build like other good cities. Name it F6. That's a great suggestion. Here we go, up here. I don't know why it takes so many clicks to rename. F6. We are finally free of our starting continent. Alright, let's see if we can meet this city-state, though. Here it is. Oh, it's Chiang Mai. Well, nobody else is friends with you yet. Now, if I pick this, and the AI comes to me requesting an endeavor, I can only accept, not support. But it's still worthwhile to start befriending these guys. Cultural city-states are nice to have. So they'll be friends in 15 turns. Now, the question is, if I settle here, are they going to get mad at me? I hope not, but I wouldn't be shocked if they are. I'm still settling there, though. This is a pretty lousy spot, but I guess I'll claim it. I guess it's worth taking. If nothing else, it helps us, like, give us a setup spot for going further afield. Okay. Let's go down here and convert Sherpa. Wait, where does it even show? That's where it shows the religion? Wow, that's really small. That's really small. Anyway, let's go convert Sherpaville, I suppose. Oh, now we're also, by the way, now we're on the other side of our territory again. Okay, I'm going to go grab this spot because I don't want that Isabella scout to stand on it. You're going to have to... Oh, you need to go come up here and grab these goodie huts. There's 3 of them on this island. You guys who've been watching might... You remember what happened with Tiwanaku, right? We settled here, and then they went berserk and got angry at me. We might have... Maybe we have to wait until we're friends with them. Because we are 100% settling this. I want to take this spot right here. I think this spot gets everything good on this island. Yeah, I think this is the spot, but we might just stand and wait for like 10 turns until they become our friends. Alright. Yeah, you need to come on board and heal. And then this ship, same deal, probably needs to stop and heal for a couple turns. So then I can get over there and take advantage of these open borders. It's not that unusual that you have to stop and heal a bit when trying to traverse the seas. Feel like Pirate Man killed someone? No, the AI didn't kill anyone. I understand that he has these... I don't know what these names were, but... That's... you know what this is? This might have been a city-state that he conquered. I bet he killed a city-state. That would be my guess. Something like that. Anyway, so far so good. We have more income than anyone else. We're almost leading in science. We are leading in culture. That's probably not a good sign for the AI that we're already starting to accelerate past them. Anyway, we have a ton of money, so we should start using some of this. Like, we should be putting this to good use. What's the best way I can do this? Let's buff up this new town. Again, a lot of these buildings are very, very cheap that we can dump in here. Let's do the harbor and fishing key. All right, next. The stonecutter I see is a lot more expensive. We actually only have room for 4 buildings on here. And the brickyard. And then we'll probably do stonecutter saw pit on this tile, and then that's it. And then it can't, literally can't hold any more buildings. We could rush by a settler out of here, though, if we needed to now. Because it's large enough now to hold one. But I don't think, this is probably not the best spot to get them from. We'll see. Maybe we'll find more stuff that looks promising. But it's still a ways from here to other spots. We're obviously not going to stop expanding. Yeah, okay. This is without a doubt the most annoying part of this. Rough seas, rough seas, rough seas. It's like, yeah, great, thanks. Rough seas. So this guy likes the Civ as the most revealed tiles. He is incredibly easy to befriend for that exact reason. He likes leaders that build naval units. Well, I guess we have a decent number of naval units, so that's kind of cool. And we have some endeavors running with him. She likes that don't have natural wonders. Well, we don't have any natural wonders, but that's just complete dumb luck. Oh, watch out! The volcano might explode. That's not tedious at all. This one I feel like is maybe a better base to start operating from. Anyway, so yeah, you need to go... Going east did not work. Let's try going northeast and see if we spot anything from here. Alright, convert. So, Krabby McCrabberton. The urban... I hate the whole urban thing. Did we convert both urban and... Like, is it... Do we have both? Is it just one or the other? I don't know. Anyway, so because I made this an urban center, we can rush an observatory. Actually, that's a better use of money. We should probably just do this, right? Get another 10 science per turn. That seems good. Let's do that. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, now I gotta back off of the rush buys for a little bit. We can also... I also turned... Pompeii into an urban center, so we can also do the observatory. I wanted to experiment with some of the different town specializations. I hadn't had a good chance to do that before. Anyway, heal, heal. You pop on over here and heal as well. 88, that's probably enough. You get back to work. You, though, should heal for this turn. Alright. Keep crossing the sea. What do we get? Give a boost to the earliest available civic. Or we can get 100 culture. What is the earliest available civic? I have no idea what that is. It gives us half of the earliest available civic. I don't know what that one would be. No, I'm trying to look at the civic screen. It's probably going to give me half of economics. Well, that's still more culture than the other option. I can trade. Well, but no, I want to have the influence because I want the influence so that if they pop up asking me for a endeavor that I can support it. I'll take it. We'll take the 100 culture. It's whatever. Not that big of a gain, but it's still something. Urgh, that cog is still crawling along. Oh, there is something over there. This great general is just going to go scout too, because why the heck not? We have open borders, we can scout. Let's see. This cog should... I was going to say scout the east coast of this, but we actually have more ships that can do the east coast of this guy's territory. Instead, I think we want to continue pushing west, but you need to heal before you do that. You should go up into that territory as well. You... Well, wait a minute. If we plant here, there's like no buildings we can found. But I guess we have no choice. We kind of have to set up something over here. Oh, we can't. Okay, phew, we're able to move through. Some of these agendas are really dumb. Yeah, the hates people who have natural wonders in their territory. It's like, well, what are you supposed to do if there's natural wonders in your area? Like, what are you supposed to do? Why does she only have 22 influence? What is going on there? I don't quite understand that. But like one thing you can do is you can literally just set up towns as the urban centers and just dump the science buildings and culture buildings into them. And that's one way to get... I mean, you can see I already have 400 gold per turn. I'm going to be easily well over 1,000 per turn by the middle portion of this era as we keep scaling up. Yeah, I know. Prophecies. We already have another celebration. Cool. Again, we have like no specialists, so that's the gold is better until we have a whole bunch of specialists. All right, well, now we can assign another policy. So, the happiness would not be bad, but let's take the gold again. Alright, finish the observatory. Well, we don't got nothing to build. This wonder is not going to help us. We don't have any unique improvements. I'm not building it for 4 influence. That's really bad. I don't really need military units. I guess I could try to do a fleet commander. Let's just try to convert more of our cities. Like, we might as well convert our cities, because why not? And then that means later on we can go down the theology route for Reformation. Take advantage of the cities that are converted to our religion. Okay, so I guess we already converted this. We want to convert this as soon as it becomes a follower of our religion, but for right now, let's go get King Cotton. Okay, can you move on this tile? No, see, the scout and the settler cannot be on the same tile, which is super annoying. Alright. Found settlement. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we're going to have to spend money to fix this. We got to build a harbor for that. Alright, granary. Let's... Alright, fishing key. Harbor. Alright, now it should be connected. Now it should be connected. Alright, grow town. Grab us the resources first. Give us more of that delicious tea. I mean, again, that's an empire-wide resource, so there's nothing to assign, but it does give us more science in every city. We also do need to find spots for more cities, but like these islands, the terrain is too weak to be a city. We need to really get to like another continent for that. So I am hoping that we'll be able to find some territory on another continent. I think you can make this across at 88 health. I have no clue where this settler is going. We're just gonna run and see if we can find an empty spot. We're gonna need names for both of these cities, though, you guys. We need names for 2 of them. Get us this treasure fleet resource. What does this one do? +1 culture and influence. And okay, the extra influence is nice. Culture is too. Again, it's an empire-wide resource. And we need to make sure that we get that you were connected back to the homeland. I should have put that on the other side. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. Continuing to splash some cash around here. Yeah, we didn't actually connect any resources. Sin Amon? Sin Amon, that's great. What about the other one that we just planted? Sin Amon? Because we also put one over here. Baratpur. We need another name for this one. Spudtown's not bad. I'm fine with Spudtown for this one, even if that was not the original intention. East Point's not bad either. Alright, now you need to pop in here, and then you guys are just chilling and healing. Except you. You're trying to desperately see if there's something over here. The merchant has indeed. So we have indeed found where Ibn Battuta is located. There should be one more AI out in the fog, I think. So he's over here. We're still healing these ships for the time being. Alright, you come on up here. And you are also going to head in this direction. Oh, we found one more AI. Augustus. We found the last AI, you guys. He did pronounce Caesar correctly in Latin, which is much closer to Caesar. Alright. Well, this guy is good on culture. He sure ain't good on science. 57 science per turn. By the way, so I just want to point something out. In order to found a religion, you have to research one civic, piety. It's a very cheap one. Then you have to build a temple. That's all you have to do. 3 of the 4 AIs still have not done that yet. If you want an example of how pathetic they are, okay. Why does Augustus have a wannabe frat boy haircut? Yeah, for all the time and effort that went into these leader models, I don't really think they look that great. I think they look better in some of the previous Civ games. I'm not sure why they don't look that good. Oh, at some point the tile yields got turned off. When did that happen? And the resources just got turned off too. Wait a minute, did that happen when the Natural Wonder thing played? Did it turn off the yields? Am I crazy? Weren't the yields and resources on a second ago? Am I crazy, or did it turn them off when the Wonder movie played? Anyway, what is this? What in the world is this? What is going on? What is this? What? Izzy looks like a traditional wife influence. Settler lens. What? Well, why do I see these? What? What is this? Well, anyway, we know we like mountain. I mean, I guess this is where we're going. We want to go explore that, but I'm very confused here. Anyway, so apparently Rome is over here. Why is there a volcano? Is it because we climbed Mount Everest? Are we able to see every mountain in the world because we climbed? Oh, reveals all mountain terrain on your continent. Okay. All right. Well, at least we have an explanation. That is still very weird, but at least we have an explanation now. Okay. So things are happening, but I do think that it apparently did clear all of my settings. Like it turned off the resources and it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it looks like we want to go over here because apparently there's a lot of mountain stuff over there. But we need to be in our territory to heal, so we need to heal in Sin Aman. How much health do you have? Let's heal you. 78's not enough. Let's heal you for another turn. We're getting a better sense of what the world looks like. I don't know if this ship is going to make it. It's almost there, but it may or may not make it. Oh, sure, we can run a trade route there. Why not? Don't mind the military commander, it's just the only thing that can cross the seas right now. Okay, we can't go on those tiles because the AI has units on them. Alright, you need to heal. Alright, this unit at least is fully healed up, so you can now go back to exploring. Alright, we found the borders of Ibn Battuta, at least. Alright, and you can head back into the ocean now. Apparently there's a way across up there. Alright. I said this is the tile I really wanted to plant on. I suspect that if I found right there, it's going to annoy them. Okay, I'd rather the culture. I don't need... wait, so it's basically 100 science. The food is kind of irrelevant. Do I want 100 science or 150 culture? I actually have more... They're very comparable right now. I get them both at about the same rate, so let's take the culture. Oh, we actually... Okay, so we're starting to get gross here. Again, we want to get the empire-wide resources. This one gives +1 gold in every... Oh, wow, we get +2 gold in every town in the homelands. And +1 on other towns. That's really valuable. Let's take that. And then we want to come over here and we want to grab the seafood resources, too. We want to grab the cowrie, and then we want these whales. They're good resources. And then eventually we want to grow onto the mountain tiles, too. This place, F6, actually has pretty good terrain. We'll want to grab these eventually, but I'm trying to save money because I might need to spend on something more important here. I really want you to kill the pirate civ so you can be Nepal and have Mount Everest. Oh my god, you're right. We're Nepal. How can we not control Mount Everest? Oh my god. Okay. We got to keep that in mind for the future. Let's actually look at the victory conditions for a second here. Where is the victory? There's a victory screen, but I cannot remember where it is. Civ unlocks. Wait, we don't need to worry about Civ unlocks because we're just staying as Nepal the whole time. Is it here? No. It's not the Where is the victory screen? You'd think that would be super obvious. You would think it would be very obvious where it is. Great Works, Religion, Is it under Advisor Council? No, this is just the stupid thing. Yeah, you'd think that this would be really obvious. Oh, it's here. Victories. Okay, over here. How are we actually doing relative to the AIs? Not great on cultural, apparently. We're dominating in military. Not especially great on scientific yet, either. So cultural is heavily based on wonders, which we have not really bothered to build. Doesn't really say. I guess we're getting points for the celebrations. That's about it so far. Economic, well, we were in last in the previous era. Resources, gold buildings, assigned city resources, okay. So if we just get more resources, then we'll continue to climb on here. Although these guys are, okay, well, we're actually climbing, our score's climbing faster than everybody other than Izzy. So we're obviously, we just didn't have much in the previous era. Military is settlements, so we're way ahead there. And then this one I don't even really understand what this one does. I guess it's just researching. Oh, we had stuff from codices, I guess. I think it's just like researching scientific stuff. I believe you still have to build like the Manhattan Project to win, something like that. Anyway, I mean, our income is much higher than everybody other than Izzy, and I think we're starting to accelerate past them in yields. We're also about to get our friendships with these AIs, although we'll probably just take +1 settlement limit from the military one. The commercial one, we might be able to get something better. We've now met all the AIs, by the way. There are no more. Ah, missionary here. So yeah, convert King Cotton. Oh, we actually got some money for that. Okay, cool. And then this missionary, you can run up here. You will run down here and then run over to Chose Unwisely. Yeah, I do want to get a couple more cities, but I'm trying to find a better spot for them. I'd like to find another continent. I've just found small islands so far. My guess is that this, whatever this is down here, is where we want to go. Alright. So we unlocked a couple of these techs here. Alright, do we have another... No, we don't need to... I don't think we're changing any policies. We'll probably run the rites and rituals soon, but I think we're good for now. Okay. We're good with what we have for right now. Alright, let's do our syncretism. So, we got a couple options here. This is where we get to pick something from someone else. We could... First of all, we could take this. We'd get this tradition, +2 culture on warehouse buildings, +1 influence on mountains. That is seriously not bad. We have a lot of warehouse buildings. Unfortunately, the policy card previews do not apply here, but this would get us a lot of culture. It really would. We also could then all go for this, the Chola. This is a unique quarter. It's happiness, let's see, gives us happiness and gives us gold. The downside of this is it has to be placed on the coast. Can only be placed in cities, by the way. Cannot be placed in towns. I kind of... What else do we have? We have the Terrace Farm, a unique improvement. Must be placed on rough terrain without a river or feature. That is such a ridiculously complicated one. We don't want that. The military ones are not. I mean, it's like, who cares? We beat the AI by having triple their units, not by having stronger units. This one is a unique improvement. I think it's this one. We have a lot of warehouse buildings, and every single town can build like 6 or 7 warehouse buildings. Now, we still have to build them, but like that's a lot, and we have like 30-something mountain tiles. I think we have, I think we have what, like 20 mountain tiles? It's like 20 influence per turn. Plus, it gives us a free tradition slot to run this on. I think it's this one. Anyway, welcome, Quark. I'm sorry there's no more AI Survivor. It'll be back next year. Let's take it. That actually seems pretty good. So now let's go into policies, and now we'll add the new one that we just got. Oh my god! It's 118 culture and 30 influence. See, now that we're on this screen, the policy card preview actually works. I just had to calculate that myself. And again, remember, the 118 culture and 30 influence, that is not displayed in the game normally. This is only displayed because I'm running a mod. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Well, we just increased our culture by 50% and our influence by 50% as well. Something like that. We've got a endeavor here. You know what? This would improve relations with him. So it's like, do we want to play 120 influence for 2 additional gold per turn? I don't think we do. Oh, wait. No, this just gives us 4 gold per turn. Sure. We'll run it. Why not? It'll make him happy. And this is going to give us... We actually have 2 of these running right now, so we have a lot of them. Oh, don't we also have a dedication, which is with have an endeavor running with every AI, or each AI? Or was it initiate one with each AI? Where was that one? There was something along those lines. I thought I saw that one. Gotta make all the non-pirates happy. Yeah, seriously. Wait, I swear there was one of these that was... Or maybe, is it a minor... Oh, it's a minor dedication, isn't it? No, it started... Oh, it started diplomatic action. Okay, well, whatever. Started diplomatic action. Well, anyway, that is going to give us a lot of food in all our towns. And this is... By the way, this is the time to run that, because we have little towns. Like, Sin Amon was just created. Well, now we're getting 12 extra food from that. Farmer's Market, Calf's Farm... Yeah, we're... Like, this would normally have... what, 15 food? And like, we're literally doubling its food, so it'll grow faster. It doesn't really matter in something like Sherpaville. Sherpaville's not growing. Like, going +6 food here is like whatever. But all these new towns we're founding, Spudtown, Tegrity, well, not Tegrity Farms, all these ones, like, that's where it actually matters, so. That's pretty useful. Yeah, we want the 300 gold. We don't need the production at Mountain Home. We'll take the gold. We can splash that around elsewhere. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, here we want to grab another tea. Again, every tea gives us 2 science and production in our 3. So that's 6 science and 6 production on each of these. Plus, it's just a good tile. I think we also generate treasure fleets here eventually. 10 turns, it says. Something like that. I think we're generating treasure fleets on each of these. So this is... Yeah, it says 8 turns for a treasure fleet. 8 turns. Okay. Alright, time to pick more text. Okay, so now is where the tech tree starts to open up a little. I really don't understand what's going on. I don't blame you. So we can get more production here. Influence and production. We don't... The mastery is pretty pointless. This gives us more units. Again, pointless. We're not fighting anyone. Feudalism gives us a settlement limit, which is worth thinking about, because we're already... Even though I am running a mod that doubles the settlement limit, we are running up against it already. The inn, though, kind of sucks. We really don't need the inn. Non-Madol is actually not bad, though, because we do have a decent number of... We might consider actually building non-Madol. But this land must be... Okay, no, never mind. You have to be on an island to build it, so that's... The wonder requirements are just so specific in this game. It's really dumb. You, like, have to memorize them all. So this used to increase the yields on all farms. Now it is only in farming towns, fishing towns, and fort towns. This is now pretty pointless. I think I might want to go here, because this is the guild hall and the kiln. These are 2 useful buildings. What does guild 2 have? Not that useful. Okay, and then... Oh, and this also puts us closer to education. Which is good, because we would actually like to increase the specialist limit. And the university is great. University is legit good, because we need the science. Yeah, let's do this. I might do this, and then feudalism, and then education. Just leaving aside... normally I like to emphasize this, but I don't feel like my cities really need production right now. So, like, this is for the production part of the tech tree, but I don't feel like I need it that badly right now. And we'll want shipbuilding sooner or later, but I think we'll hit the bottom part of the tech tree first. Bottom part of the tech tree is the econ part. Alright, now, as far as what we want here... these are all pretty sad. I don't think we really want anything more there. Theology, you know, we could go for... We could try to go for this. Rationalism and religious orders are not bad at all. But we might also just wait on that. I guess we have to start heading down the civics tree towards some of this stuff. Primitive accumulation is not awful. There's more settlement limit down these trees as well. This is going to scale better as we start to assign more specialists. We're not at that point yet, but it'll be better once we get there. More culture on specialists. There's... Yeah... But do I have the slots to run the... I'm not sure I have the slots to run these right now. Anyway, I think we'll hold off for those for the time being. Let's go get mercantilism, because I think that one is... At least... We have to head in this direction eventually anyway. You're going to Nepal next week? Cool. I would love to go visit there. Oh, why it's popping up is Spud Town can assign a town focus now, but I don't want to assign a town focus. I want it to just keep growing. Alright. Yeah, I want it to keep growing on these tiles. Anyway, we can get more... We should... You know what we should do? We should just buy all the warehouse buildings that are cheap. All the 220 ones, because every one of these gives us 2 culture, and it even gives us 2 gold per turn. So, like, it pays for itself back eventually. So, sure. Like, let's just go to all our new towns and just splurge on these cheap ones, because they're so valuable for us to have. F6. You have one more of the cheap ones. You have the saw pit. And then the temple, the sawmill, the stonecutter are a little bit more expensive. And then Sin Aman, same thing. Saw pit and brickyard and granary are all very cheap. And the brickyard. And the granary. There we go. Just keep pumping up that culture. Still have plenty of money in the bank right now. Alright. Oh, okay. We can build both of these in one turn. Look at these yields. They're ridiculous. These are both ageless buildings, so... I think we'll just build it here. We lose the library, but look at that. Those yields are obviously worth it. Works for me. Alright. Now, next turn we need to sign... I was going to say we need to sign open borders with Ibn Battuta. I forgot. We actually have a missionary who does not need open borders to travel in his territory. Alright. You... Ah, and there's Isabella. So we know where the AIs are. Caesar's over here. Pirates are here. Izzy is apparently here. And Ibn Battuta's here. So that means that this is the empty corner of the map. This southwest corner of the map is the empty part. So we need to... So I guess Sin Aman is going to be the spot where we rush settlers out. We need this settler to heal. It should heal a little faster because it's in a city. And then we need to rush settlers out and just get a city over here, and then we'll rush by settlers out of this spot. Okay, this cog's at 92 health. That's enough to cross the ocean over here. No, I like Sin Aman. That's pretty funny. I get your point about naming it after settlers. But I actually like Sin Aman. We can, you know what we can do? When we set up a city over here, we can name a city over here Catan. Alright, that's right, you were going to go up to, you were going to come down here because we're about to finish converting this, and I want to get the relics for converting them. So you come down here. Okay, now we're back on this side again. Alright, Scout, you need to get over there. Now, will this be here next turn? This is, Goody Hut. Or will this ship just walk into it? Is the AI so incompetent it won't even walk into... it won't even walk in there? And now we do not have open borders with Caesar, so we need to get them. Okay. Because we want to explore right now. The AI might start hating us later, but for right now, we want to explore their territory while they let us. Also, this cog is not in a good spot. Because it's almost dead. Oh, that was a long crossing over to there, yeah. Alright, now we need to save. I want to set up a city here, but I want to see if this enrages this city-state, we're just going to wait until after. I suspect that it's going to turn this hostile if I found here. Oh, wait, we're apparently behind this. Wait, what? We're apparently behind this guy. What the heck? Huh. Maybe I don't care if I annoy them then. Huh. Apparently it didn't turn them hostile. Okay. Well, we just need to save influence and dump it in here then. Okay, it did not turn them hostile. Alright. We need to get a, what's it called? We need to get a harbor over here. Why? Here we go, fishing key. Okay. And now we'll go onto the T tile. But interestingly enough, it did not make them angry. And again, we have no actual resources to assign. Those are all empire-based ones. Yeah, neighborly is good. Our Befriendgar is pretty good too because it's so close to what we have there. Befriendgar. Befriendigar. Yeah, we'll see if we can snipe this away from him. Oh, he's apparent. Okay, we're actually ahead of him in influence. He just apparently has dumped extra influence in. So we should be able to outrace him. Wait, he's... I wish it would tell us how much he has. We have to, like, try to read it on the graph. But anyway, I think he's dumped extra influence. We can probably still beat him there. We'll check it out in any case. Alright, so we did... Okay, so you have one charge left. You are going to go up to this. This one up here. And then we're going to have to sail up to this city-state to befriend it, too. Anyway, alright. Sailing through the Arctic. Again, we'll see if this actually gets taken by the AI. You can see I'm spending pretty aggressively, but also, look, I mean, I'm increasing my culture by a lot. I've almost I've almost caught Augustus already. Is he actually going to go grab this? Nope, the AI is so dumb. It won't even claim a goody hut that's right next to it. Like, how dumb is this AI? Oh, great. I love it when volcanoes erupt. It's so cool you can't turn that off either. That's one of the all-time best features in this game. That the volcanoes will erupt and you can't turn them off. Anyway, that was apparently the only. Okay, that was apparently the only town that got damaged. So we just toss money at it and it's fixed. Anyway, Chiang Mai. Add support. So if we do this, now we beat him to the punch. So now we should beat him unless he dumps in more influence. We are getting 50% more. We have to keep an eye on that just to make sure. Again, I have no new resources, you guys. There were no new resources. Anyway, well, our towns will go back to growing again. All right, what resources do we want here? I kind of wish I could look at the town without this. So we got this. Do you want to go get the turtles? We could just go get the turtles. It's worth a decent amount of culture. We could grab this tile and then the turtles. Let's do that. Over our next two growths. Because the... No! I didn't freaking click there. I'm not keeping that. I did not click there. Whatever. Fortunately, we just started this turn. We need an undo button like in Old World. I swear I did not click there. Anyway. We seem to be pretty easily out-expanding the AI in this game. Very, very annoying. I swear to God, I did not click there. I'm serious. I did not click on that tile. Anyway. Let's fix this. Okay, the only thing that we did on the turn was we had tossed influence at Chiang Mai. So what is it? We currently befriend them in 7 turns. Yeah, he dumped the second bit of influence in there. As I said, we will have to keep an eye on that. But I have so much more influence than him, I should be able to outpace him. Well, there's literally only one tile this can go on, so I guess we're putting it on this tile. We'll get 18 food in exchange for 4 gold. That seems like a decent enough trade. Again, there's no new resources, guys. Oh, and we gotta patch up this freaking volcano again. Great. So glad about that. Alright. Sawmill, we do want the production over the gristmill, which just gives food. Even though I don't love losing the 2 influence, the yields are just so good here, we kind of have to do this. We really don't have much of a choice. It's really good. Alright, anyway, Ibn Battuta. We need open borders, but we don't have any influence because we just spent it all. So you just chill here for a turn. Hopefully you don't die while we're making our way over there. I was going to sign open borders with him, but we had to get that city-state done first. Alright, you're all healed up. Time to go back to exploring again. Here we go. Yeah, we don't need that. 300 gold's better. That's another building we can cash rush. They did add a repair all button, thankfully, a little while ago. I love how we're suddenly jumping to the other side of the screen again. Here, you go on to the left side around that terrain. How healthy is the settler in Sin Amlon? It needs at least one more turn. This looks like a pretty lengthy crossing here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like a 4-tile crossing. So you got to be at least... Yeah, unfortunately, I think this ship is dead because it just got trapped. We tried to cross west from Chiang Mai, and apparently there's just nothing here. I should have just gone up here. Ah, well. Losing a ship here and there is not desirable, but it's not the end of the world either. Alright, scouts, you need to start moving up here, and you guys can defog that continent. Okay, how far up does this river go? That far, apparently. We should be on decent terms with a lot of these leaders, because we've been signing open borders with like some of them, and open borders is something that builds more positive relations. You're in my territory, so why don't you heal for a turn or two? We got all the huts. Then you can pop over here and explore what's on these islands. Mostly I want to see what's over here. Anyway, we have enough money, so we should buy any of the... Did I buy all the cheap warehouse buildings? I think I might have already bought the cheap ones. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, I did not get them all in Befriendigar. There we go. And then the harbor. I mean, this is just like, we get insane culture now thanks to that. If we go back to the policies, where are my actual policies? So here, no, there's the civics. Here we go, policies. Why is the policies on the second card? I mean, we're getting 140 culture from this policy. That's pretty insane. And 31 influence is ridiculous. Really, really nice. But anyway, yeah, we're just continuing to hopefully continue to push onwards here. This island does not look strong enough to be worth a city. We can always cash rush a settler out of Befriendigar later. So now we've got all the basic buildings in those spots. We should probably get the, you know, we can do the basic warehouse buildings like here too. I mean, for 220 gold, that's only like half a turn's worth of income, but I do want to make sure I have enough to rush by a settler when I need it. Oh wait, never mind. We were waiting until we want to sail a settler over and then rush by over here directly. All right. So now we actually do have some resources to assign. Not amazing ones, but here. The infamous camels that let you attach more stuff. So we get 6 culture for that. Well, now the pirate guy actually likes us a lot now. For what that's worth. You wouldn't think that this dude would be our friend, but apparently he is. He only has 7 settlements. He's not especially large in terms of size. We're going to have to sign open borders with Ibn... Yep, sorry. Sorry, ship. I kind of got you trapped in the middle of nowhere. Not again. Are you kidding me? Are you... Just... No. Why? Just why? Anyway, let's check in on that city-state that we're trying to befriend. We are still leading the race right now. Only by 1 turn, though, so we have to be a little bit careful there. But we have to sign open borders with this guy, or our ship is about to sink over... Where is it? No, further east. Yeah, this ship will probably die if we don't sign open borders with him. So, oh, cool, it's only 40. This guy likes open borders, apparently. Alright. We are apparently too far away. Or wait, no. Naval trade route needs to end at a district honored... Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm just exploring with you right now. You're just literally exploring. I'm probably going to need open borders with Izzy on a turn too, but never sign them until you have... Well, I was going to say never sign them until you have to, but this scout can't get into her. She rejected. Okay. We also apparently got... Okay, Izzy, be that way. We can always use a missionary to explore your territory. Well, we got another policy slot out of that, so okay. Assign another policy. Sure, here you go. Sometimes the AI do be like that. Okay. That's fine. I don't really care that much. It would have been nice, but we just won't explore her territory. So normally I wouldn't grab this tile, but it'll start generating treasure fleets, so we want to take that. And then now we can start grabbing the much more valuable whale tiles, and then we'll go grab these mountains after that. I do follow a different religion, by the way. No, actually we don't. She still hasn't founded a religion yet. Plus in this game everyone gets their own religion, so it's like whatever. I would very much like this, but the tea is not in my territory, so that's no good. Let's go grab let's go grab the cotton, I suppose. There's no other resources over here that we can get. So we'll just go through the mountain tile, because mountain tiles are awesome. Yeah, everybody just gets their own religion in this game. We'll build the... Wow, do I really want to build this? It's a lot of negatives. The problem is, though, this is the only tile I can go on. Wait, why is it replacing the wood? Oh, wait, no, never mind. The woodcutter is... We can move to a different tile, so that's fine. Here, we can just move this to a different tile. Okay. Now, we can grab one of these water tiles, which are pretty crummy, or we can just do a specialist here that gets 3 beakers. Well, specialist will get better and better as the game goes on. I mean, yeah, these water tiles are whatever. I mean, do I want 2 food in 1 production? I mean, we don't really need food in production, so we'll grab the specialist. That seems like the best we can do. What is on here, right? Temple Observatory. Okay. Specialist yields get better as the game goes on anyway. Alright, Sawmill. Looks like this is the... I figured that this is the spot it would want, because it's next to some resources. Alright. Here's our army commander. I don't think there's a lot of space available on this continent up here, but we'll just go... We're going to go over there just to explore and see if we can find anything available. Yeah, we can't go in Izzy's territory. She won't let us, so we'll scoot over here. Hopefully that scout can get down there. We're going to befriend this city-state next turn. So you missionary just chill here. Wait, actually go over to this side, because we're going to be going east from here afterwards. Alright, you're healed up. So, start making the crossing. Just in case we ever have to fight this guy, we want to defog his territory as much as possible. Oh, I can't go that way? Why can I not walk 1 tile to the west? Apparently it's impossible to walk 1 tile to the west, so okay. I guess we can't go through fortified tiles, so we'll head this way then. Cool. Oof. Long way across. No wonder no one's over here. This is like a very isolated part of the map. I'm gonna have to heal that settler another turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn crossing. You can do that crossing, but only if you're at full health. Yeah, anyway, Ibn Battuta will love us because he loves people who explore the map, and I always am very good at doing that. It's very important to explore the map in this game. It gets easier once you can cross the ocean tile. You move more than 1 tile per turn on the ocean. It gets a lot easier. Has the AI, by the way, has the AI founded like any cities? Because we founded 4 already in this era, and we have another settler waiting to go. I would have founded more, but these other islands kind of suck. Like, this is... Yeah, this island is just not good enough to be worth settling. This island is not good enough to be worth settling. These down here are not worth settling. There's like 1 treasure resource there. Not worth it. I'm not using up limited settlement slots on such crummy spots. But anyway, we've almost caught Caesar on culture, and that's like his thing, apparently. Okay, yeah, we're not changing. I'm not even going to look at the policy options there. Alright, so they gave us culture. That's nice. Still 1 turn ahead here. Very narrowly ahead. We would need 234 influence to outrace him again, so just want to make sure we have that. Alright, city-state bonus. We could build the Kasbah unique improvement. Must be placed on an existing improvement on desert. Do we have a lot of desert tiles? Provides 1 culture, 1 gold, and 1 science. That doesn't seem very good. Ranged and... So, like, This has been nerfed so much from when the game first came out. They've really made the city-states so much weaker. +1 range combat strength to range and siege units for every militaristic city-state. Not every city-state. For every militaristic one. So it's like, at best, you're going to get like +2 strength, which is bad. Anyway, we're just going to take the settlement limit, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure none of the others are as useful as that. Settlement limit's always good. That'll just let us get more stuff. Alright, up here. Now, the company post is actually not that bad. Because the company post can be put on pretty much... What is it? Must be placed on you just can't put it next to another company post, but you can usually put this on just like normal tiles. It's not bad. The close is pretty terrible. This one, again, this used to be so much stronger. +2 gold for each active trade route, for each economic city-state. Again, bad. +1 gold on treasure resources. Well, we have a lot of those. This probably scales better. Honestly, I think I'm more inclined to take one of these two. The trading post thing is not terrible or anything, but I don't know if it scales as well. It's one of these. I think this one actually scales the best, interestingly enough, because we have so many of these. We can still build more of these, too. Might as well. Alright. City growth. Let's see. So we can grow onto one of these tiles, or we could try to pick a specialist. These specialist yields are not very impressive, though. I don't think I want to waste time with specialist there. Let's just grab the remaining tiles for lack of something better. Alright, over here. I don't really want a specialist that gives me 2 beakers but costs 4 food and 5 happiness. Or it just gives me 2 food. That sounds pretty bad. We need to get better specialists is what we need. I mean, I'm going to take that for lack of better options. Anyway, over here. Resources. We need the treasure fleet resources. Treasure resource in 7 turns, apparently. Alright. We knocked out that one. I think I said I was going to come down here for mercantilism. Because there is some useful stuff. Yeah, we have enough culture that we can advance through the tree pretty quickly. Theology is looking better and better. You know what? Let's go. These policies look better. Let's just head down here and grab these. Alright, Grist Mill. Oh, we have like nothing else to build. We could build Serpent Mound, but that's terrible. Yeah, so we'll build another missionary for lack of anything else. We have an extra social policy. Do we? No. We already have policies assigned. Yeah, we'll just do theology, as I said. I agree. Gonna explore his territory. Ibn Battuta just seems to be not one of the stronger AIs. I think Augustus and Isabella are the 2 strongest. From best I can tell here. Okay, well, you can't go any further in that direction. Can merchants go in... I think merchants can travel in territories you don't... Yeah, merchants can go in places you don't have open borders with, so you can go explore Izzy's territory. I've got to keep checking Chiang Mai every turn. We are still on pace to win. I may have already checked that this turn and I couldn't remember. Alright, this settler is full HP. So let's go this way. I kind of wanted to keep moving that boat. Oh, alright, there's finally a way through. We finally found what's the shortest crossing from here? No, to there. Okay, we'll just cancel the order. Can you stop? Jump into the other side of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tile crossing. And then over to here. And then we're gonna find something down there. We have this ship is coming down in this direction too. To see, but I suspect this is an island down here with nothing on it. Maybe there's a path across from here too, but this part of the map looks very empty. Okay, so now we can convert this and we'll get a relic for it. Krabby McCrab's relic has been added to the temple. Where's our relics? We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more temples to display all these things. 2 culture and 2 happiness. Yeah, we're gonna need to get more temples just to display these stupid things. But with the way our income's going up, that should be doable. As we try to sneak through here. Okay. Diplomatic action has completed. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll play a little bit longer. I feel like we're not getting that far. I have so much money again. I want to go back and finish building all those cheap town things. Yeah, because like here, I still don't have them in Sula's Better Tiwanaku, so let's do that. And these things do pay for themselves. Remember, I get 6 production per turn on these. And it's ageless, so divide 220 by 6, and it does pay for itself eventually. But the other thing is they just give me all this culture, which is, you know, really nice. Fishing key. So I'll just keep cranking these out because I get more every time I finish one of these. So our income keeps going up, and in particular the culture is going up a lot. But as I said, I can rush by, I can always turn more of these towns. Like, I have these towns that are new, they're growing, I want them to grab all their available tiles. But like this one up here, Befriendigar, I could always turn it into a resource, was it an urban town, and then I can rush by like an observatory in here. There is definitely chat lag in here. That's always the case with Twitch. By the way, it would be nice if we could find some more. What's this? Oh, well, okay, great. Edward Teach goes to war with Augustus. Awesome. You guys just go to war with each other. You've got vast parts of the map that are completely unsettled. And you're nowhere close to your settlement limit. But you guys just fight it out. You guys have fun with that. This is fine. I'm not spending influence just to see more of his map. I'm already going to do that manually, but if he wants to get vision on me, that's fine. Okay, Edward teaches at war. Good. Good for you, buddy. You have fun with that. That means these guys will be throwing units at each other and not settling, so that's good. This scout I want to send down here. So this scout maybe can come down to this empty part of the map. Alright, you're finally healed. So you can pop in the water. And you... Is this ocean here? No, this is still coastal. You're going to have to heal. Gotta check in as usual. We are... No, we are still... We're a turn behind right now. I'm assuming we will win a same turn tie. Assuming we will win a same turn tie. Because we'll have more than he will. Had to spend a lot of influence here. At least the AI now competes for city-states. Originally, they didn't even compete for the city-states. Anyway, I said I wanted the turtles. That was the whole point here. And then we can just assign... Turtles are an assignable resource, right? Okay, well, that's fine. Now we just have a ton of culture in Sin Amon because it has all the... Wait. No. Let's put it somewhere that has all the warehouse buildings. We'll get more if we put it in the capital. Yeah, we got more culture for that. We might as well. All right, we finished a missionary. I mean, again, there's just not much to build here. Do we just build this stupid wonder? No, I don't think we do because we're about to discover 2 techs. So I think we just 1 turn another missionary. Oh, never mind, 2 turn a missionary. Yeah, we'll get a lot of overflow on this into the next thing, so that's fine. Someone finally got a religion. Hey, we're 17 turns in. Isabella and Teach still do not have religions. I just want to emphasize again, the only thing you need to do to found a religion, you have to research piety, the very first civic in the age, and build a temple. And that's all that you have to do. That's it. We already have piety and economics and 2 texts in here, and we almost have theology done as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have basically 5 civics done. And they don't even have 1 finished yet. So, yeah. Now as for you... How about you just build a settler and you'll start sending it east on the assumption that we'll be able to find something over here. That way, that'll save us a rust purchase, because I don't really have much for you to do while we're waiting. Okay, the gristmill, sure, just build that on empty terrain. Alright, I'm trying to see, is this an island or a river? This is a funky shape over here. Well, we found his capital. Is this coast or ocean? No, that's ocean. We don't want to be in ocean. We don't want to take more damage. Okay. Yeah, you can... I was going to run a trade route. Yeah, actually, we should do that. That's a lot of resources. We should go there eventually. Actually, we could always rush by a merchant. I need you to defog Izzy's territory, though, because she won't sign open borders with me. So I need some way to get in there. She has 10 settlements, too, so... It's going to take a little while. Alright. Yeah, she does not... She would be the one... She's apparently the one who dislikes us the most. I don't know how she'd even get over to meet us, though. Apparently, Pirate really likes us. Wait, borders touching? Oh, come on. Seriously? That's really dumb. Well, he's in a war already, so he's got enough on his hands. Trade routes give you resources. And you need to... Wait, what the heck? Why are you not... Do you have to be on the tile? Okay. There we go. We just got another relic. As I said, we're going to need more slots. Apparently we got 2 of them. It said we got 1, but apparently we got 2. So I'm a little confused. We'll have to rush by some more temples somewhere. Anyway, so you are going to need to go convert this city-state. So I'm going to send you up in that direction. You can convert Pompeii and Integrity Farms along the way. So start heading up in that direction. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this sword went all the way over there. That's right. Alright, settler. This cog is just going to make it over here. We're having a little trouble navigating through the terrain up here. But we've almost made it through there. And then we have a fleet of exploratory units heading up here to Ibn Battuta's territory. Trying to make friends with him. Also, one of our army commanders is heading this way too. For no particular reason other than, to be fun, I suppose. Alright, this ship can only go in this direction. You, though, can pop on land and start heading inland to see what's up there. If you can get past the 1 unit per tile spam. Anyway, come on over here and convert Mount Ragebait. Maybe the fact that I'm on an island means the AI won't try to convert all my cities to their religion. They probably will. It's always very annoying. They're always obsessed with that. Alright, anyway. I want to play 3 more turns so we find out what happens at Chiang Mai, and then that'll probably be a good place to stop. Yes, I'm aware. My ships are taking damage from the rough seas. Not this again. Alright. Now, the question is, would we want to run the +1 movement on civilian units? Probably not. The +1 charge on missionaries is actually not that bad. Well, if we get another policy slot, I think I'm going to slot that in. Although I might want the extra food as well. I think we're good for the moment, though. We should get another policy slot soon. Choose a belief. Oh, we actually get another belief. Apparently we've converted enough of the world that we actually get another belief. Or I thought we did. Add new belief. Okay. Newly found town start. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, +2 movement while embarked. +1 movement for all naval and embarked units. Wow. I like that a lot. +1 movement for all naval and embarked units. That sounds great. Defender of the Faith is back from Civ 6. Conquered settlements. When a trade route is established to a settlement, it's converted. That's kind of interesting. Missionaries gain +1 charge. Plus 10% production. No, we definitely don't need that. +1 relic slot's not bad, but we can just rush by temples for that. Gain 2 missionaries when you build a wonder. No. +1 war support against civilizations. No. +1 relic slot in science buildings. That would mean we wouldn't have to build some more of these. I like the movement, honestly. I like this one. +2 movement for missionaries and +1 movement for all naval and embarked units is... I mean, we're doing a lot of time. Now, does that apply to, like, the settler going through the ocean? No, it's still only 1 movement in ocean tiles, but no. There we go. Still good, though, and that'll apply after the, that'll apply after we can move across water tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tiles to get across. All right. Now, where is a spot where you can actually land? It almost doesn't matter. We're going to drop down something here, even if there's, like, not much of value, because we got to have a place to rush by. All right, up here. We've got a cotton tile that we can dump somewhere, and we want to go get this wine tile, too. I'm wondering if Befrendigar actually has strong enough terrain to become a city. It actually might, because there's a lot of places we can build here. We might actually want to turn this into a city. Like, let it keep growing a little bit longer, but this could this could legit be a city, because we have 4 mountain tiles here, plus there's enough tiles to build, like, all the key improvements. This is pretty nice. Alright, 2 turns. Alrighty, on to, I said we're going to do feudalism next. Alright, it keeps telling me that I have resources when I do not actually have them. And we're going to go straight on to this. We really just want the science, honestly. And we still don't have Chose Unwisely converted to our religion, but we will shortly. Move here. And yeah, I'm actually liking that idea more and more. Okay, apparently it costs a lot of money to convert this to a city, but we can afford it. Every size it grows, it gets cheaper. And also, just if nothing else, I haven't really spotted a lot of other places that could be city options. I've just been looking for... I wanted to found another city or two, and I just haven't found terrain that would support one. Yeah, don't mind the army commander. He's just coming through. Don't mind the level 9 army commander. Anything. This is a very odd terrain in this area. Poor Ibn Battuta. Look where he started. He started on, like, this 2-tile island. Like, what the heck? What is this? This poor dude. Very, very odd terrain. Now I'm going to keep getting this every single time I move this merchant. I'm literally just using this as a scout. I actually do not want to create a trade route. And you are going to make this crossing as well, because I need somebody to scout down here. Alright, yeah, we can sort of squeeze through here. Let's move you first, because you're stuck to moving along the coast. Well, we found another city there. Alright, so I guess this does not extend further south. Yeah, this appears to be an area that just was out of reach of everybody originally. It does look like this is the area where we're going to be splashing our gold. Yeah, Road Town. I don't really understand. I think these are mostly all names in the Caribbean. They're all Caribbean spots. Okay, we unfortunately can't climb up there. So we'll just have to land on the beach up here. Alright. Cog, are you in the ocean? Nope, you're on a coastal tile. You need to heal. I could have just checked that healing was an option. And you need to come this way. 1 unit per tile. Now, see, the AI has all these settlers, but it doesn't... The AI will probably dump a settler here on this horrible little tiny island. Probably. If you're curious about their victory situation, we're like doubling everyone else in military. We actually are starting to catch up in culture because we've been converting cities. I'm assuming that's what we got. Oh, no, because we've got all these relics. Apparently we get the points for relics. And then economic, what's our score? We're getting 22 per turn. Izzy's getting 25 per turn. What is she getting these from? I guess it's resources? I guess she has a bunch of resources. Well, we'll get more of them. We have like a bajillion empire-wide resources. We're missing like the actual resources going to cities. At least our culture is humming along. We need to improve our, what's it called? We need to improve our science. That's why I'm trying to emphasize science stuff. Alright, 2 more turns here. This settler is crawling across the sea. Yes, okay. We do get science every time we convert one of our own cities. It's not a lot, but we do get some. Again, oh, jeez, okay. And again, the observatory, I will probably want to rush by here soonish. But, yeah, I'm trying to save a little bit more, because I'm going to have to dump a whole lot of income into, what's it called? As soon as this settler gets over here, I'm going to have to dump a whole lot of income, and I then want to rush by settlers out of it. Got to get down to wherever this island is. Anyway. Narrative choice. I guess I'm going to pick this option. Okay, so I just got influence. Okay, let's just check back on Chiang Mai. Alright, I'm assuming we win this race, because we are ahead in influence. And we also discover it next turn. I mean, we'll be at 61 influence next turn. I'm assuming that we win this race. I guess. I would think so. I'd assume ties always go to the player anyway. Okay. That's right. Oh, I was trying to get this resource. That's why I hadn't given Buttwall a specialization, because I wanted to go grab this resource before I gave it a specialization. Alright, now we have the option to build the guild hall or the kiln. Well, the guild hall is twice as expensive, so let's do the kiln. We apparently get science if we put it on one of these tiles, so we'll do that. I'm basically just letting the game play for me. Just suggest which tiles have the biggest yields. Alright, yeah, same thing. The kiln is cheaper to build. We'll do them both eventually, of course. Really wants me to build it here, even though it's -3 influence. I mean, the yields are just way better on that spot than anywhere else, so okay. Alright, so out of the different options here... Oh, wait, what the? We never built a fishing quay or a harbor? Okay, well, that's cheap enough. We'll just do those in succession. Alright, let's get you out of the way first. Well, Ibn Battuta is certainly controlled... Oh, that's right, we get an extra movement point when we're not in rough seas now. That's kind of nice. There's... Somehow this goody hut has not been claimed. We're going to keep getting that message, aren't we? Oh, I guess that took up all our movement for some reason. Alright, Mountain Home. I guess we'll just continue converting towns for some reason. Sherpaville has our religion. No, I want the unit. You would think that it would default to the unit, but apparently not. Don't mind us, we're just wandering through the battlefield here. Still had a movement point left? Okay. Kind of a weird map. That's right, we have an extra... I keep saying that. We have an extra movement point. Aha. Alright, now there's not an easy way to do this crossing. It's like a 4-tile crossing here. Alright. Settler is still inching across the ocean. Okay, this is a decent-sized island. This is a decent-sized island. I mean, is it a good one? No, not really. There's little in the way of resources that I can see, but it does have mountain tiles, so we'll plop this settler down here, and then we'll rush by settlers to get whatever's down here. Just gives us more opportunities to control the area. Alright, let's get to chose unwisely, and convert it. So if we go into the policy yield trees, yeah, now the rationalism and religious orders are like pretty legit policies to have. So I think we'll definitely want that, especially because I need science. With the way I need science, that's pretty nice. Okay. All right, you just start heading east. It's gonna take you a while. I have no idea where you're gonna end up, but I just needed to fill a build queue. We also apparently have tons of influence. So if we could ever find a freaking city-state, I still haven't found any. I guess there's something down here too. You know what? Let's see what's down there. Give me a cog. Not the most efficient build, but I want you to head down here and just see what's down here. Because apparently there's an island down there. Alright, boy, this is a freaking mess. Look at all this. You can't heal in someone else's territory. There is a goody hut over there. I'd love to send you east over here, but you're just gonna die if you try to cross the island. Oh, you need to if you get on land, I guess you can try to heal. Go claim the goody hut that somehow has not been taken by anyone. We don't need happiness towards the next celebration. Of course, we don't need culture either. Where is ours? Where's the celebration thing? Well, at least the game finally tells you how much you need. I mean, I guess that's technically better than the culture because we have so much culture. I guess we'll get another celebration slightly faster that way. Can we heal in the enemy territory? Because I'd like to go make that crossing. Interesting. This is a very, very strange... This part of the map looks absolutely strange. What a weird place to start. Well, there's certainly no open land anywhere over there. Let's finish... I guess we might as well continue trying to get those cheap buildings. Because it keeps inflating our income. Yeah, this brickyard here. That's all the cheap... No, never mind. We have a fishing quay and harbor here, too. Alright, well, there goes some more income, but I want to make sure I'm actually using this money. You don't want it to just sit there doing nothing. You want it to be actually doing something for you. Biggest thing I want to get is science. It's definitely harder to get science than culture, at least for my Civ. Maybe for some Civs it's the other way around. But for my Civ, it's definitely harder. Oh my god. Alright, so we did in fact win the race to get the city-state. So now he hates us, because we won the race to become suzerain of another city-state. Well, tough luck. Tough noogies, bud. Stoneheads must be placed on an existing improvement with a natural happiness. No, that's really not good. I think we just take the extra... Do we just take the extra social policy slot? No, I think we take the... I think we take this. +1 culture on saw pits, fishing keys, and stonecutters. Because that scales really well, and that gives us the bonus right now. We'll have enough social policy slots to get what we want, I think, from everything long term. Oh, cool. And we got a diplomatic attribute point for something. Not that the game tells us. Not that the game tells us what we got that for. Let's see. Out of the options. I mean, this is okay. I don't feel like we're hurting for happiness. I guess we'll take this. It's not amazing, but it's something. Gives us a little more science. Science is what we want most. Diplomatic action. Wants me to share military aid. I mean, we don't really need this, so sure. I mean, that'll improve relations with him eventually. But if he really wants to fight, I mean, we can always look to head that direction if he really wants to. Alright, let's get this resource. There's apparently a resource we don't have yet. So we'll grab that. Similarly over here, let's grab the whales. Whales are good. Oh wait, no, what is this one? This one gives us more science. I'll take this. And then I can just slot that. That's in the town that just picked it up, which is fine. I want that in a town so it gives us science. Yeah, that was in F6, right? Yeah, that just gave us 3 more science. And similarly over here, let's grab the crabs. +2 food on warehouse buildings. We'll assign that as well. It really shouldn't go to where... Okay, Spud Town. Sure, why not? Have fun with that, Spud Town. Yeah, you have all the basic ones. That'll help you keep growing. I guess that's fine. Technically, we get more victory points for that because we have more... Every time we connect resources, we get more. What color are we on here? We're the yellow, so we're definitely going up here relative to the others. Edward... Who is this? Edward Teach is apparently going down. Or something. Oh, it's percent share of world GDP. Okay. 22 last turn. Yeah, he's only 12. She's 27. Okay. I'm not sure why she has so much there. Resources, imported resource, gold buildings. Maybe she has a bunch of gold buildings or something. I don't know. In any case, more resources are good. Spudtown needs to come grab these turtles as well. That'll be the next thing we have to go grab. It's growing shortly anyway. Anyway, Guildhall. It's like there's an obvious place to put this, so yeah, we're gonna replace the monument, sure. And over here, Harbor, 1 tile build, 1 turn build. Knock that out. Okay, we can heal, so I'll take advantage of the friendly territory to do that. Same deal here. Heal up. Just while you can. I have multiple ships in the same territory over here. I guess we'll take the money. You... Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Agenda of Isabella has hurt your relationship. Okay. Oh yeah, and we need to take care of this. Okay. What was damaged? Apparently nothing was actually damaged, or at least not in our territory. Alrighty. Nope, I'm not clicking on you. Why don't you heal? You're almost dead. We found another wonder. Oh, did you see that? The wonder... It's the wonder video. It turned off all my yields. Apparently, every time there's a wonder video, it turns off the hex grid, the resources, and the yield. That's insane. What a ridiculous bug. Anyway, that's an insane bug. Unfortunately, you need to heal. Almost across the ocean. We need to see what's on this island, which apparently is virtually nothing. What is this music? I actually think you should heal for a couple turns here. Why does Augustus have a city up here? He must have just founded this one. This must be one of his, Oh, you know what? I think we can deny a city going down here if we stand on this tile with our scout. I actually think I can deny it, but he could just sail up there, so maybe not. I'm also wondering, is it worthwhile to put a city down up here? Even though this is not a great spot, it does have double turtles, and the +2 culture on warehouse buildings is pretty good. So, maybe we do go and grab this spot here. It's probably good enough. I wasn't planning on it. I had said earlier the terrain's not good enough, but the turtles are actually pretty good tiles. So, alright. You head on up there, and then Scout, what I want you to do is... Actually, no, block this tile. Stand here. You can't walk onto my tile. That means the settler cannot move onto this tile. It's going to have to move in another direction, and that'll slow it down from moving. And meanwhile, you can sail right up here, and yeah, just grab anything in here. And there's mountain tiles, too. I've completed my analysis of the music. It's bad. It doesn't seem to be as good as... It doesn't seem to be as good as Civ 6, which has really good music. Yeah, you heal here. What is going on here? I actually... No, my unit. When I'm clicking on this tile, I'm going to click on my unit. I actually don't want to move a tile to the left, I don't think. Trying to explore Izzy's territory here. Alright. So, a lot going on here. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's fun to explore the map. Defogging the map is pretty cool. Izzy's got, apparently, apparently Izzy's sharing terrain with Ibn Battuta, and then Augustus and Edward Teach are apparently at war. Not that that necessarily means anything. The AI is really bad at capturing cities in this game. But yeah, I mean, it feels like we're expanding pretty decently. We're going to grab a spot here. We've got a settler that's about to establish on this godforsaken rock. Largely so then we can rush by a settler and send it in this direction. And then we have another settler very, very slowly making its way first to Spudtown and then east from there. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the yields, we've caught up to Izzy in gold generation. We're literally pulling the pants over the head of everyone else in gold generation. We're already the science leader. We've accelerated past Augustus in culture, and the AI is not building cities for whatever reason. I mean, look at our influence generation. Izzy has 14. We have 110. I mean, yeah, we're just like way, way ahead in a lot of these things. We could keep going, but I actually think this is a decent stopping point here. We only did 20 turns, which is a little amazing, but I don't want to spend the entire day playing this. So we'll pick this up. We'll continue next week. Try to do a different intro game next time. I mean, it feels like there's a decent amount going on here. So yeah, we'll see. I'm planning on playing peacefully, but if the AI decides to go to war, then we'll see. Like, if this dude is stupid enough to fight me, then I'll just train up units and try to fight. I just don't really... It's just not that much fun fighting against the AI. I'd rather just settle the map and play peacefully, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. Kind of a low-key stream, pretty chill, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. Until next time, have a good one, folks. Take care. Bye, guys.